Hi. I'm just a couple of minutes early waiting for people to get on. Today's your Magnificent Life call, and we're going to be talking about deserving and how to actually get what you want in life. So I'm just going to wait a couple of minutes and see who gets on. And if you're on with me, please invite your friends. I'm just going to do something here. Whoops. Okay, I'm on two things, so I might be looking back and forth. I'm trying something out. And so if you're here, just say hello, so I'll know you're here. Okay. And if you're here, tell your friends. It's always good to have more people. We can interact live. Okay, when it's 10 o'clock, we will start right away. Just give it a minute now. We will start. I'm trying to do this on, yeah. Okay, so this is your magnificent life. We're creating our magnificent life together. One step at a time, 1 week at a time, 1 day at a time, actually. And from today, by being in the present moment of feeling, I am in my magnificent life. Every moment, think like, even if it doesn't look good, but I am in my magnificent life. And I have the ability to create the next moment, because we do. We have the ability to create our moments and create our life, right? So it's a mindset. I'm trying to get a mindset, because we are co-creators. We can create what we want in our life. I know a lot of us don't believe that. It took me a long time to get it. I understood it intellectually. It made sense from the first time I read it, but to get it back here in my subconscious, to actually believe that I can create my life the way I want it every moment, it takes some work. It takes a lot of hearing it, a lot of, because we're not brought up like this. We're thinking we're victims. We're thinking we have been, we're victimized. Things happen to us. We'll always say, did you see what happened to me? Did you see what happened to me? Actually, we can create our life, and we can help ourselves create a better life. And part of it is our reactions and how we look at it, and how we look at it affects the way we take it in. There's a lot of to read about and discuss in that. So anyway, today we're still on our path of creating. We looked at our chart, our life chart, and we decided we want to do things a certain way, right? And now we are in this path of creating what we want in our life. We're creating how we want our life to be. And we've written down some things that we'd like to happen. And we started out with health and fitness, and people wanting their body to feel better, so that we've started out with wanting to exercise weekly, which is easy to at least measure. It's measurable. It's a measurable goal. It's so measurable. How many times did I want to exercise? 3 times a week, half an hour each day, every time. So that's measurable. So how many did I do? 2. So I got 2 out of 3. It's really easy to measure. Maybe other things will not be that easy, like my relation with my family, whatever, but we're trying to quantify, and we're trying to be able to measure so we can judge where we're at. It's just for us. It's not an exam. So in reality, on our way to doing what we want to do, what we have decided we want to do, what we would like to create in our life, finally, the reality is we have a lot of obstacles. Walls. We try to talk to our family in a better, calmer way, and it doesn't happen. We want to exercise, and it doesn't happen. We want to eat better and healthier, and it doesn't happen. We want to work on our book, and it doesn't happen. We want to work on studying, even if it's simple. It doesn't have to be a big project like a book. It could be, I want to learn like how to use something on the computer, or something simple. I want to learn. I've been dying to do better pictures. I bought a course. I have it on my computer. I'm not doing it. Or I've signed up, or I say I'm going to sign up every month to a course that's live. I can go to a class, and I don't do it. And it's driving me crazy. It's driving me crazy. And it's because of a lot of resistance. And I've talked about resistance. And sometimes the resistance has to do with a lot of deeper issues that are causing the resistance. So what we're doing is looking at like what's happening inside. Why am I not? I talked about procrastination, I talked about fear of success, I talked about fear of failure, and now today I'm going to talk about deserving. Do I deserve that? Do I deserve to get what I want? And a lot of people don't feel that way. And surprisingly, I've worked for years with people. Surprisingly, sometimes on the surface, it doesn't look like anything like that. So they say, no, it's not at all that. I don't know why, I just don't do it. I don't ever get up and do it. I say I'm going to make the call and reserve my place for the course, and it just doesn't happen. Or I sit down to do it, and then I get up and do anything else. I just can't sit down and do the thing I say I want to do, whether it's to study a language or even to clean their kitchen. They don't do it. Okay, but I'm talking about more things they want from their heart, like they really want to learn English, or they really want to learn French, or they really want to learn the piano, or they really want to learn, I don't know, water ballet. They want to do something they've dreamt of for years. They have the money, they have the time, and they create all these excuses in their mind. And what I've found out is sometimes it just hits, so all this procrastination stuff up here is because of not feeling deserving. Now, of course, it can come from the parents. It will usually come from the parents deep down, that the parents said it a lot or implied it a lot, like you don't deserve. Or they implied, they were nicer parents, and they implied that you get it if you do something, you have to do something special. It's not like you're bad, so you don't deserve it. No, you get to have a normal life, but you don't get what you really want because you haven't done anything to deserve it. I mean, you haven't done anything special. I mean, you're a B student, you're a nice kid, you're polite, you play sports, you're a nice kid, but you know, you're not, why would you deserve to have everything in your life? Why? Now, of course, the parents also have their own issues because probably their parents were not that nice to them either. It's a repeated thing. It passed down through the generations, but it doesn't matter where it came from right now. We're not here on the blame game. No, we're here about, so I have this thing, suddenly it hits them, and it's like, and usually it's after a few sessions, and sometimes I'm like, I think we're in a deserving issue, but you can't really tell people that. They won't believe you in the beginning. So you're waiting to like, you know, for them to sort of have the aha moment and say, because I don't deserve it. They'll just come up with like, no, I don't deserve it. And sometimes it's their own story. Like, I wasn't that good of a daughter. Or I did things that are not, you know, like against the religion, against the Bible or the Quran or whatever their belief is. But I wasn't the righteous person I should have been. So I don't deserve to have everything I want. And I know you're going to say, what's that going to do with me going to the exercise class? It might. Usually it will hit in their success and in their money and their weight. It will hit in bigger things, in their happiness, of course. But it might even affect the small bits that they've been fighting and struggling to get themselves on track. They're beating their head like saying, what is going on? I can't manage to do it. Why can't I stick to a plan? Why can't I stick to my word? Why can't I keep promises to self? And it's because underlying all these stories, lots of stories up here, and you go, and down here there's something called I don't deserve. And if they feel I don't deserve, all this talking up here with them won't work. It won't work. It will get minimal results. It might get, not permanent, might get results for a little while. And that's why I believe there are things that are so deeply ingrained, and it's a mind-body thing. And coaching will not be enough, because coaching will not be doing the body part. It will be the mind. Therapy will not be enough, because again, counseling will not be enough. Having a guide will not be enough. You've got to have a mind-body tool to deal with mind-body things. So if the belief has been so ingrained that it's becoming part of their body, it's ingrained in them, then you have to have a mind-body tool like EFT to work with it. That's why it's so powerful. That's why people say, I've been doing this work for 5 years, I've done this work for 8 years, I've been seeing people, I've worked on myself, I've been in self development for 18 years, like this, you hear people talk. I've been reading books and going to seminars and I don't know what, and I've done some private one-on-one work with people. I've worked a lot on myself. I can't understand. I still have that issue. It's still stuck. I don't think it's ever going to go. That's not true. That's not true. There's a huge percentage that it will go if you use a mind-body tool like EFT. And the only one I trust is EFT, Emotional Freedom Techniques. Use EFT, tap on it. Believe me, I've done this on myself on the weirdest thing, and it will work. It just seems to work because it works on the writing, on what's in your neural pathways. Whatever the stories were, you don't deserve because. Why was it you don't deserve? And I said it could be you weren't a good kid, you weren't a nice daughter, you weren't a righteous person, you did this thing you're guilty about for years, you did that, you're not that special. Why would you deserve everything you want? Why should life be easy for you? Whatever, you have an interpretation in your mind. You have all these things that you've made your own interpretation, and people will surprise you. People will tell you things that will really, really surprise you, like, oh my God, that's, you know, that thing you're talking about is stopping you and you think you don't deserve. And I'm not here, I'm surprised. I'm not saying I'm making fun of him. I'm just surprised as another human, like, oh my God, that thing, that small thing can stop someone all these years. In fact, I'm empathizing and I'm compassionate, like, that's sad. But people will surprise you. The smallest things, like, I didn't do such and such, or I did such and such, and it's not a big deal at all. And you're like, and like, I remember someone said she stole from her dad's pocket or whatever, sometimes money, and her dad had died. And you know, when she actually told her mom, I said, you know what, most parents know that some of their kids will be taking a little bit of money once in a while, and they just, you know, might forget it. Most parents, if you tell them later, they'll say, yeah, I know you're doing that. It's okay. But for the person, the adult who was sitting in front of me, it was a big deal. So I just said, well, you know, if you talk to them, they may say, oh my God, that's not a big deal at all. Or if they're gone, you might ask your mom or your dad, whoever's gone. And most of the time, it is like, oh my God, of course it was okay. We knew it wasn't. You took a bit extra money than you were supposed to, whatever. So, I mean, I'm not condoning doing that. I'm just saying that's too big to, you know, you can't stop your whole life because that happened, all right? Because that happened. And I've heard stories in our culture where you won't believe, I held a boy's hand. I held a boy's hand, or I don't pray enough, or things like this. And the guilt is so high that, like, I don't pray enough. So how can I have everything I want in my life? I don't pray enough, so I can't be happy. I'm not supposed to be happy. Why would I be happy? That wouldn't be fair, you know, like, wouldn't be fair. So enough talk about that. Let's do some tapping. Tapping is what works. Tapping is what really helps us with this. So let's do some tapping. So what we're going to tap today is not deserving. And simply, you're going to just fill in the blanks. So you take a deep breath and you're going to say, I don't deserve X, whatever. I don't deserve to have the body I want, or I don't deserve to have the money I want, or I don't deserve to have the partnership, the partner I want, or I don't deserve to be able to really have fun in my life, or I don't deserve to have a lot of friends, whatever it is. And then let's say, I don't deserve because, and then you fill in the blank. Because I'm not that great, I'm not that nice, I don't do anything special to get all that. I already have a lot, and I shouldn't be taking everybody, like, if it's money or stuff, I shouldn't be taking everybody's, you know, I should have everything. It wouldn't be fair to others. Whatever it is, I totally and completely accept who I am and where I'm at right now, even though I don't deserve, because I totally and completely love and accept myself, even though I don't deserve to have. I totally and completely love and accept myself. And you don't have to add the reason every time. You don't even have to add it from the first time. You just need, I don't deserve. All right? Sometimes it might show up as I can't have. I'm not allowed to have. I'm not allowed. It's actually not allowing themselves to have. Okay, and let's just do, I don't deserve. I don't deserve. No, I don't deserve to have that. I don't deserve that. I don't deserve that. And you know what? As you're tapping, you might remember things. You might feel a physical sensation like a heaviness in your chest or something in your stomach or something in your thighs or knees. Whatever you feel physically, note it in your mind, because you can use that in your tapping, okay? I don't deserve, you know, you know the points. You can go back to the videos if this is your first time to see tapping. Go to my YouTube channel. There's a lot of videos on how to tap. All right? I don't deserve. Oh no, I don't deserve. I don't deserve. And that's one round. Now, then the second round, you could add, I don't deserve because, I don't deserve because, I don't deserve because, I can't have that because, I really don't deserve that. I don't deserve that. And it could be mom said I don't deserve, it could be dad said I don't deserve, and it could be I said I don't deserve. So I don't deserve. No, 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 I don't deserve. And you take a deep breath and you rate again how much true you don't deserve. How much is that? 0 to 10. 0, it's not true at all. Of course I deserve. 10, it is very true. I don't deserve. All right. And as I said, this is a pretty strong belief. This is a core kind of belief for some people. And it will underlie a lot of things. So you may need to work on this a while. Maybe a week, maybe 10 days, maybe a couple of hours one day. I don't know. You're going to need to work on it. And it's layers and layers. You may think it's done, and then it will show up another time. And you say, I thought I did it. Well, another aspect of it will come. All right, maybe I deserve X. I deserve money and I deserve success, but I don't deserve to have the body I want, and because I can't have everything. That would come into another issue. Like I can't have the whole pie. If you have this, you can't have that. It depends on your other belief system. And that's why it shows up in different ways. But anyway, so, and then I would, once you get it down to like a 4, the belief is like a 4. It's not an 8, it's not a 10, it's not a 7, it's not a 6, it's not a 5. It's like a 4. Yeah, I don't deserve. But now it's like rocking. Maybe I do. I don't know. But still, I don't deserve. Okay, so you start tapping. What if I do deserve? No, 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 no. I don't deserve. But what if I do deserve? Oh, no, no. I don't deserve. But what if I do deserve? Of course I don't deserve. No, what if I do deserve? And I want you to end up on a positive note. Okay, so the last tapping point you do, it would be positive. And you can say, I choose to deserve. Because I do deserve. I deserve the best. I deserve everything. God is forgiving for what I did or didn't do. That's your issue. My parents were wrong. They didn't know everything. I do deserve. That teacher was wrong. I do deserve. I was wrong. I do deserve. I deserve. Because I'm a beautiful human being created by a very generous God who wants to give us everything. And I love and accept myself. I would use those words. You use your own. But I would say something that makes sense to me, like, why wouldn't I deserve? Why wouldn't I deserve? I mean, I'm created by a God that is very giving, very loving. And why wouldn't I deserve, even if I made a few mistakes? Who hasn't? Who hasn't? So, and if you just keep tapping this, things will start to change. Things will start to change. I said it might take some time. And of course, in EFT, we have something called aspects, which means there's lots of angles to it. There's lots of angles, lots of aspects to the story. There might be also lots of incidents to the story. There might be a lot of proof that I don't deserve. Like the time I stole money, the time I cheated in school, the time I don't know, I did something and stole my friend's boyfriend or girlfriend. I don't know, the time I lied to my mother, the time, I don't know. I might have lots of stories. You may have to work on all those other stories too and get them to 0 so that you can feel, yes, you deserve, right? So you can go back to a lot of my videos. If you need help and if it's really strong for you, that's non-deserving, please see a practitioner, someone who's really well trained. It's good to have someone who has accredited by something like AMET. You can go amet.org, AAMET.org. You'll find practitioners all around the world. All of us, most of us will work online, so you could have a Skype session, a messenger site, it doesn't matter. You don't have to have it face-to-face, in fact, but have help. If you need help with I don't deserve, it's good to have someone who's trained, they know what they're doing in EFT, they know what they're doing in other issues, they've studied a lot in order to have their accreditation with something like AMET, so that they can help you, all right? So that they can help you and get over that, because you are creating a life, and this is a big stopper, not deserving. So how are you going to get anything? How are you going to get the better life? How are you going to get the better health? How are you going to, it even hits health. How are you going to get the partner? How are you going to get the money? How are you going to get the happiness if you believe you don't deserve? So it's a really, really a huge wall. It's huge wall, very thick wall that I can't get through. And see, that's why you get some results, but you won't get through. It will stop. You need to really, really, really work on this until it's evaporated, till you've broken the walls, so that you can get through, and then it will feel easy because you deserve. So you just do it. You wake up and you're like, I'm coming to this exercise class, please book me. It's amazing. It's amazing how it works. And most people, by the way, don't feel bad if you have it, because most people have it, including I had it. So I had to work a lot on it too. So most people have it. And so don't feel bad. Don't think, oh my God, how come me? It's because of my bad parents and my bad upbringing. I have this. Just work on it. We have the solution. Just work on it. Okay, if you have any questions, please send them to this page. Please send them on my Facebook through Messenger, I guess. Write them under the videos, wherever you want. Email me, eftegypt.miret, that's MYRETTE @gmail.com. I keep that mail because it's the one I started out with. We have other mails, but that's the one I like. And just let me know your questions, and let's build this magnificent life together. We're all in this together. See you next week.